Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. You are on an adult website seeking connection with another consenting adult. You strike up a conversation, you flirt, you share fantasies, and then suddenly the rules change. The person you thought was an adult says, "By the way, I'm 15." Your stomach drops. Your mind races. How did this happen? But here's the truth. It didn't happen. It was designed. It was scripted. It was a trap. Welcome to the world of bait and switch policing, where law enforcement doesn't fight crime, they create it. I want to talk about something that we all have experienced in our lives. We may not know we have, but yet we still do it almost every day. The technical term I'm referring to is anchor biasing. Anchor bias is the invisible puppet master of the human mind. It's the reason why a $100 shirt on sale for $50 feels like a steal. The reason your first salary offer becomes the ceiling for every negotiation. And in the hand of law enforcement, it becomes a psychological weapon. When police pose as adults on adult platforms, they set an anchor. This is safe. This is legal. This is an adult. This is consensual. They spend days, weeks, even months reinforcing that anchor. Sexual talk, adult emojis, explicit plans. Then with a single message, they pull the switch. I'm actually a minor. But here's what they don't tell you. The human brain clings to anchors like a person to a life raft. Even when the water rises, even when the evidence screams this is wrong, the mind drowns in denial. They must be joking. They must be lying. They can't really be 15. And that's exactly what law enforcement counts on. Let's peel the curtain back further. Before the bait and switch, there is the pre-sting, the phase where police commit crimes to fabricate crimes. To set the trap, law enforcement, number one, creates a fake minor, knowing that minors are banned from adult platforms. Number two, violate platform terms of service, which is a binding contract. And number three, script sexualized dialogue about children, material that would land any civilian on a sex offender registry. Let me be clear. If you or I did this, we'd be arrested for conspiracy to exploit a minor. But when police do it, they call it Jestice. Justice. But let me spell out what it really is. Jestice. Jestice. Justice is blind. Jestice winks at power. Justice weighs evidence. Justice rigs the game. Justice protects the innocent. Justice fabricate criminals. How does it work? Simple. Number one, set the trap. Commit crimes as the state. Number two, exploit the mind. Weaponize anchor bias. And number three, declare victory. Brand a citizen a predator. If you created a fake minor profile to entrap strangers, you'd face conspiracy charges. If you scripted sexual dialogues about children, you rot on a registry. But when police do it, they win promotions, they get headlines, they call it Jestice. Jestice. This isn't law enforcement. This is state-sponsored gambling with human lives, where the house always wins, the deck is always stacked, and where protecting children, well, it's just their marketing campaign. Justice. The only winning move is to refuse to play. But the corruption does not stop there. After the sting, law enforcement holds a press conference. They stand in front of flashing cameras and say, We arrested predators who believed they were talking to a minor. Well, that's anchor bias for the masses. That is trial by headlines. That is the death of innocent until proven guilty. By framing the accused as predators before trial, they anchor the public and potential jurors to a narrative of guilt. They turn citizens into pawns. They turn justice into Jestice, Jestice. And why? To chase statistics, to secure funding, to feed the prison industrial complex. Let's talk about the law. Let's talk about conspiracy. When an undercover officer spends weeks convincing a target to meet a minor, they are drafting sexually explicit scripts about children, simulating child trafficking, engaging in felony level collusion. But somehow, magically, these acts become legal when done by the government. So let's ask these questions. Since when does a badge grant immunity to commit crimes? Since when do we let police play judge, jury, and co-conspirator? This is not justice, Justice. This is Jestice, Jestice. To the lawmakers, let's pass legislation banning pre-sting operations that require police to break laws. To the judges, dismiss cases where the state's hands are dirtier than the accused. To the public, demand transparency. Read the unedited transcripts and ask who really committed the first crime here. And to every person who still believes in fairness, stop calling these operations stings. Call them what they are: government-sanctioned psychological warfare. We are told these things protect children. But where's the protection when police normalize the sexualization of minors to score arrests? Where is the morality when the state exploits cognitive biases to ruin lives? Anchors sink ships. And right now, the anchor of bias is dragging the entire justice system into the abyss. It is time that we cut the rope and provide real justice, fairness, and equality to those who have been labeled and created into monsters. Thank you for listening to Just Played. If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe. Until the next time, stay dangerous and be safe.